Hi guys, welcome. Another F1 This and That, the chat. And this time is the chat reviews the Austrian GP yesterday actually. So
Hmm.
this last weekend, today is the 5th of July 2021. So welcome all. Welcome all. It seemed like guacamole.
Guacamole.
Welcome all.
Guacamole.
Um, Shaka, welcome again. How
Hi,
are you?
hi everyone.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you for having me for your invitation. Yes, it's the review of the final race of the triple header that we just had, and yeah, let's
What
get
do you mean triple
inside.
header? It means that it's over?
Well, the triple header, yes, because now we are going for a break. Sorry to break it down like this, but yeah,
We have to wait another 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Ah, okay.
Do you remember that movie with Tom Hanks, the Money Pit?
Sure.
No, that one that where they kind of buy a house really
Yes.
old,
Yeah.
and then they have to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
rebuild it.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-hmm.
so the construction guys are always saying 2 weeks for them
Oh,
to
okay. Yeah.
finalize the construction, etc. So yeah,
Yes. Very funny.
kind
Now,
of sort of like that. So
okay, guys. The Austrian GP, and we'll start as we always start, right, Shaka?
yes.
What's the word or expression that comes to your mind when you think about the what happened yesterday?
At one time, unexpected.
Okay.
That's the
Oh,
one word.
that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
unexpected.
So, do you want to know mine?
Yeah.
So, my expression is penalties, penalties, penalties everywhere.
Come
Huh?
on, they were inspired with the football and with the Euro going on. That's why.
Yes. So I was at a certain stage of the race. I was just thinking, okay, who's next?
Yeah.
Next in line to get a penalty. No, but we'll talk about that in more detail as we go along. Okay. But overall, what did you think about the race, Shaka?
Well, it was good. I mean, it was boring at the front, regardless if it's a Mercedes, if it's a Red Bull,
At the front,
if
you mean the first place, right?
exactly, really at the front.
Yeah.
When the front runners they don't have any challenge, there's no imminent threat.
Hmm.
It's always boring, but it
Yes.
was really interesting. What was happening behind
Behind.
Verstappen.
Hmm.
So that was good. That kept me alive, awake in
Awake at least.
yeah. So yeah, that was interesting, and yeah, Perez for me on negative side put up a show. For me, it's just sad his performance and everything that happened around him. And as you said, we'll go a little bit more in detail in a moment about this. But it was nonetheless it was interesting, very interesting, especially midfield. Yeah.
It was. Let me welcome our viewers. Okay.
Hmm.
In this case, at the moment, we have here Raquel. Welcome, Raquel.
Hey, Raquel, you okay? You
Oh,
good?
of course he does. This was regarding what? Of course he does. What did I say? What did you say? Do you remember?
Uh,
Oh my God.
Wait, I have to go and watch it. Rewind.
Yeah, yeah, we have to rewind. But
Yeah.
Pleonasm, welcome again. Always welcome. The word that comes to mind had to be on the right. Um, yes, we'll talk about that on the.
Hotspot there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, so yes, regarding the race. So if you ask me what I thought about regarding the race, my feelings towards
Hmm.
this race, I think it was quite interesting. Okay, let's forget the first place, okay? Because come on, yeah. But it was quite interesting. There were fights all over the place, right? For
Yeah.
almost every position on track, right? You had
And you had trains. Do you remember those trains of people just following each other and trying to overtake? That's cool.
yes, and something that I just realized, and I was watching the race, and I was thinking, we have three straights here, Okay,
Hmm.
they are quite long straights,
Yeah.
but they were not able. There were not many overtakes, were they?
Well,
They were having issues overtaking.
yeah, they were, and I think it comes down to overall car plus driver performance.
Hmm.
If you go back onto qualifying, and we actually didn't speak much about this, but from P1 to P20, the gap between all of them in qualifying was what, top 3 seconds?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you take into consideration that when they go into race mode, the engine doesn't have the same output as it does in qualifying, meaning that overall performance they will be evenly matched.
Hmm.
And I think that came into play because, as you said, it's a short track. Even though you have three decent straights,
Yeah.
they couldn't take advantage of the overtake or the DRS to overtake.
Also, in terms of strategy to overtake, I think if it was me, I would prefer to overtake by the end of the last straight
Of course, so you
because
don't get DRS opportunity. Yeah,
fired back at you. That's it.
exactly.
In terms of strategy, yes, I would say so. But uh, I don't know. I don't know. I was expecting more overtakes, to be honest. I was.
Um, oh,
Well,
I
anyway,
don't know. I don't know.
Francisco, welcome. Tomas, welcome as well. Okay,
Hey guys.
and just joining the chat. Regarding the qualifying, I think we have to talk about qualifying, Shaka, because and actually I have
Hmm.
an idea to improve qualifying.
Okay,
No, I
fire
don't
at
actually.
will.
It's just again penalty wise. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
um, Alpine more Alonso. Okay,
Hmm.
with the Alpine, he was quite fast this weekend. All right, he proved. I think it was practice 2 or 3 that he was.
Surprisingly fast. Yes.
Yes, yes, it was P3, P4. So yeah, he was right at the top, and then he got screwed basically because I was going to say Vettel, but then apparently it was not Vettel, it was Bottas in
Yes.
front of Vettel.
Exactly.
So yeah, it
Who's to blame here? Let's talk about that. Who's
now
to
who's to
blame?
blame? Of
Bottas.
course, Bottas, obviously. Final answer, Bottas is the one to blame. No, I think it's that issue with qualifying, right? They are like all behind like one another, right?
Yeah.
And in the end, they just forgot that this track is like 1 minute and what 5 seconds in qualifying, or 1 minute and 4 seconds in qualifying, and they were just waiting and waiting and waiting, and then all of a sudden, the first guy that started
Hmm.
the fast lap
Hmm.
just got to
Yeah,
them.
gets to the end of the queue basically.
Yeah,
I don't know if you went back to review the Vettel
I
lap,
saw that. Yes.
the qualifying.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was overtaken by what, five,
Yeah.
four cars.
Yeah. Several.
Uh, at one point, he was just laughing at it, but he kept it together,
Yeah.
and he waited for his moment. The problem here was that they weren't. There was this gentleman's agreement
Hmm.
where they shouldn't overtake each other for a position in the track for the fast lap in qualifying,
Hmm.
and especially they shouldn't slow down between the last two corners,
Yes.
regardless if you
Yes.
call it 9 and 10 or 8 and 9,
Whatever.
whatever. But yeah, the last two corners you shouldn't overtake there. You shouldn't go slow. You just should full pedal to the metal, and that was it. Again,
First, I think first mistake here is Vettel's engineer
yeah,
didn't inform Vettel that Alonso was coming.
he mentioned the name Alonso, but he didn't quite emphasize enough, at least, to stress out Vettel. You need either to move
Yeah, yeah,
forward or stay out of the
move out of the
way.
way. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And yeah, and he got screwed by Bottas, who was in front of the Red Bull. I don't remember if it was Verstappen or Perez, but there was a Red
Hmm.
Bull in front of him.
Yeah.
And then when Vettel decided to go, okay, I'm going for my lap, Alonso
Alonso
was
was already
coming.
there. Yeah,
Well, actually, very fast Alonso
yeah,
was coming up from behind, and yeah, it just screwed his lap. He apologized immediately.
true.
I mean, Vettel apologized. He aborted
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lap,
of course.
and even Alonso, he recognized that it wasn't Vettel's fault, but the guys in front were to blame.
But the problem here is that the race for Alonso was just
Destroyed.
destroyed completely, and he had the pace, he had the car.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
apparently. Now, what I would like to see as a change in a situation like this, I think it's not fair. Think think like this, Shoka.
Mm.
Um, so Alonso was 14th, right?
Yeah.
Vettel, that got the penalty, right, was
Mhm.
what, 8th,
Well, he
9th,
moved on to Q1, sorry, Q3,
Q3,
and
ended up
he
in 8th,
finished.
8th, I think,
Could be.
because George Russell was 9th. So yeah, Vettel was 8th and then dropped 3 places, I think, to 11 or something like
Hmm.
that. But it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say here is that
Yeah.
Alonso got his race basically ruined,
Hmm.
okay, and he started from 14th or 15th, wherever he was, okay,
14th.
and
Yeah, 14th.
Vettel that did the,
The boo boo.
let's call it that, boo boo, okay, just got three places penalty, grid penalty.
And not just that. Actually, I think the penalty they they should have reviewed this before going into Q3. Why? Because it affected Vettel, affected all the other cars behind him, plus the one that got screwed up, who was Alonso.
What I'm trying to say here is, see if you get this, swap places.
I wouldn't say swap places directly, but I would say Vettel would get penalized immediately before
Yeah,
Q3,
yes.
so he wouldn't be allowed to move on
And
to
Alonso
Q3.
would be
And
allowed to do it, to
exactly,
go. So yeah, swap
exactly.
places.
Yeah, not a direct swap because Alonso would still have to fight within those 10 for a place, right?
When I'm saying swap places is okay. End of Q2. All right, Vettel, you'll not go ahead to Q3. Alonso, you will go instead, and Vettel, you'll stay on where Alonso was, P14.
Hmm.
I think it's fair.
But imagine if this was happening with a Haas car. I mean, you know for a fact that it's difficult for them to get to Q2. That's fine. I give them that. Or I give you that. But let's picture, okay, it wasn't a Haas, it was let's say, Alfa Romeo.
Hmm.
So, no chances whatsoever to get onto Q3, but then they got the lap screwed. Would that be fair? The direct swap? I don't think so. That's my opinion.
No, in
But I
that,
would,
mhm.
up to a certain extent, I would agree in reviewing and applying the penalty right there and then before
Depending
Q3.
on a case by case scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something for it's food for thought.
Yes.
Let's put it
Yes.
that way. Plunage might
Very
put Alonso's
much.
bad luck in Alonso's bad luck basket, which is huge. Space for more.
Pockets.
Yes, yes. Okay. Regarding the race, interesting race overall. Not for
Hmm.
first place, but interesting race overall. Um, Amazing
Do you want to talk
fights.
about the penalties immediately and
So
get
yeah,
them?
go
Yeah.
talk about the penalties.
Unfair. Really unfair. Unfair, at least the first one. I don't
First one
agree with
was
the.
Norris against Perez. Yes.
Yeah. I think Norris did nothing wrong. Paris did nothing wrong except for he tried to place and position his car in a gap that no longer was there, and he was running out of track. So yeah, it was difficult for him to keep all four wheels.
That
Uh,
expression reminds me of something, right?
which one?
The There was a gap there, and all of a sudden there was no gap.
Yes, it should remind you of many.
No, no, no. It just
Uh,
reminds me of God Almighty Ayrton Senna.
yeah,
Okay, when he was being interviewed by Jackie Stewart, Jackie Stewart was just pointing the finger to
yeah,
at Senna. All right, saying
and
that
he was right. Senna was right.
he was very dangerous driver, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And Senna just replied, if you no longer go for a gap, then you're no longer a racing driver.
Yeah. So
Um,
you take it like a man.
mhm,
You 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 put up on a strong chest
yeah.
and you deal with the consequences. And I think that's what Perez should have done, which he didn't. He went for the gap. The gap was no longer there. No way he could have gone
Was he
ever.
side by side?
Were they side by side? Yes, they were. Of course they were side by side.
Hmm.
But the track was running out. Come on. Either he backs out
Hmm.
or and lives to fight another day, which that would be the clever thing to do, especially
Yeah.
because we're talking about the race restart.
Hmm.
So it that that wasn't officially lap one, but it turned out to be
Yeah.
kind of lap one
Did you
after
see
the safety car.
after?
And then,
Mhm.
yeah, you're gonna talk about what he did to Leclerc.
No, 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 no.
No?
I
Okay.
was actually
Go
going to
ahead.
talk
Go
about
ahead.
something that happened before that at turn one after the restart.
Yeah.
I was watching the inside Perez
Hmm.
car, and on the restarts, and Norris did the same thing to him.
Yeah.
So at turn one, Perez had to go like,
Wide.
well, way wide.
Way wide. Yeah.
And then in the radio he said, "Oh, he pushed me off. He pushed
Hmm.
me off." Okay, fair enough. And then at turn one, two, three, four.
Four.
Okay, the same thing happened with the consequences that we all know by now. Um, but in
But
my
the thing
opinion,
here is you cannot complain about something and then later on you go on and do exactly what what you were complaining about
yes, yes,
twice.
yes.
I'm sorry, that's no good.
I think Pleonasmo says here penalties. It was all racing. Perez and
Exactly.
Leclerc's.
I
No
would say
penalties for no one. Just try to overtake where possible. I agree with
exactly.
that.
Me too.
But there is an issue here, guys. Is that last year, right? Last year or the
Yeah.
year before?
No, no,
Hamilton,
it was last year, beginning of last year.
yeah, Hamilton just did the same thing as Norris did to Perez, right?
To
Um,
Albono, as they call it in the paddock.
exactly. So, and Hamilton got a penalty as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think, and I think you've said it before when we were talking in the chat, that the stewards, not the stewards, but
Yeah, yeah, the Stewarts and Masi as well, Michael Masi, they were
yes,
trying to be consistent, especially with that specific turn, because all the penalties they came from that turn.
yeah, true.
Yeah,
True.
so
So they just thought, okay, last year we gave a time penalty to Hamilton, so we need to do the same thing again this year. That's what
yeah,
happens. The first penalty for Norris just what took 16 laps for to
for
be,
them too.
yeah, for them
Yeah,
to inform everybody about the penalty. But it's funny because the penalty to Perez took only 46 seconds or something like
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
But it was pretty much the same, right? So it was just a matter
Well,
of
what they
time.
did was, okay, we need to mention whatever regulation, whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
copy paste. So that's faster.
I think, and I think we all agree here. I think it was too much penalties. Okay, it was too much in terms of penalty itself. Okay, I think it was just a racing incident. Okay, because if we start penalizing the attempt at overtake, right? Then come on,
Yeah.
what, what,
I was trying to keep it together,
what
but
did I say?
then no, it wasn't you, it was me. But it just went completely below radar. So I'm happy with that.
Okay, I can
It
imagine. Anyway, so I
was a
think yes,
nail.
I think it was
My
racing
fault.
incidents all over. Okay,
Yes, eventful.
I think so. But if we start penalizing drivers, as I was saying, if they try to overtake, come on,
Yeah,
right? What's the point?
yeah. And I mean, especially if it was when it comes to dangerous driving, then yeah,
That's
I
something
agree with that.
different. That's something
But if
different.
you're talking about hard racing, I mean, people going for gaps that will close very quickly or will disappear very quickly,
Yeah,
in that case, it's a gamble. If you go for a gap that you know that is going to close really fast, then either you go for the for you gamble, and if you can do it, then that's fine. If you can't, come on, you just take whatever penalty by putting the wheel on the grass or on the gravel or having a half spin, and you just take it like a man. Okay, you tried,
True,
but that's
true.
it. You're
Um,
fine.
do you think there is a curse on car number two, Red Bull's car number two in Spielberg?
Oh, by the way, I don't think there's no curse. There's just they were driving different cars.
Mm,
So what happened with the Red Bulls was Max Verstappen at the moment has all the final upgrades
of course.
running on his car, plus the engine, the latest engine spec. Perez also has the latest engine spec,
Yeah,
but the aero package that Perez has on his car is the one that used to be in Max's car. So he just inherited that. So he doesn't have the latest spec, and he knows that. He actually talked about that on his debrief after
yeah,
qualifying.
yeah,
So he knows that he doesn't have the full spec yet, the
yeah.
same package as Max has. So
But
yeah,
that's normal.
that
That's
yeah,
normal.
it is normal, and it is expected. Come on,
Of
one guy
course.
is fighting for the championship, the other isn't.
Yeah,
So teams will manage as best as they can the availability of the upgrades that they have.
of course.
And basically, that's exactly what's happening. It happens throughout the paddock. All
Hmm.
teams do that. So yeah, it's normal. And so there's no curse actually. So you have one car that is a bit more efficient than the second one, and so it is expected. The
What I'm
others
saying,
have
when I'm talking about the curse, is because it happened to Albon last year.
yeah,
Okay, it happened to Paris this year. Um,
Gasly and
so something's
Kvyat.
wrong. But yeah, of course, Verstappen is taking everything because Red Bull, as we've mentioned before, they want to make Verstappen the world champion or the
Yeah,
youngest world champion in Formula
ever.
One. So that's it. Now, Plunajmi is saying Perez is albaning. Okay, his luck is that Merck did not do better. That's true. In the end, Lewis Hamilton had an issue with the car. Okay,
Hmm.
so. He ended up fourth. Anyway, and also he said the curse is if Alonso was driving it. Okay.
Yes.
Oh well.
The
All right.
luggage.
Um, let's look at the
Let's take a look at
classification.
the trailer. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Um, we'll start with the last ones because last are the first. Plunajmo, what is the Bible? We asked you the other day, but you were not listening. The last guy standing is the first.
The
Bible
first one
what?
falling, the last one standing is the first one falling. I don't know.
I said
I'm just
before
making
it's
up.
something like Matthew 19 something. What is it? Pleonasmo? We're waiting. So, looking at the classification overall. So,
Yes.
Esteban Ocon, well, again, just for like a curiosity, as soon as he or when he signed the 3-year contract with Alpine, he was unable to finish a race. Okay,
Not just him. Not just him. Whoever gets a contract signed will fail miserably because Hamilton did it as well.
it's true. It's
That's
true.
the curse.
Yeah, it's signing contracts
Yes.
in between races. No, but Ocon had actually it was not his fault, right? He got sandwiched
Yeah. Yeah.
in between cars, so it was not that
Yeah.
fault. It
He
just,
had no way to escape, and
of course,
Giovinazzi just, as he accelerated, clipped his right front wheel
yeah,
and damaged the turning the one of the
yeah,
rods.
just broke everything. Yeah,
Yeah. So from there on was just
that
park
was
the
it.
car, go home.
Another one.
Sadly.
Strike of bad luck for Ocon lately.
Yes.
Then in last places, 19th, 18th, the both Haas, Mazepin last, Schumacher 18th, and then came something that was like, what the hell happened here? It was Vettel. Okay,
Hmm.
Vettel with Kimi. Kimi was what? Was sleeping, just
Sleeping
fell
again.
asleep all of a sudden.
It's the
What the
second
hell was
time.
that, man? Huh?
I don't know. He got distracted with something. I don't know if he was changing gears or I don't know, pushing buttons on the steering wheel.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
again, he
It's just
clipped
it was in
Vettel's.
Portugal. It was here, man. Kimi, we love you. Yes, we do. Okay, but probably it's time to go. Did I
Yeah,
say this? No, I didn't. Right? No one listened.
Yeah.
Stay, Kimi, stay forever. Anyway, but yeah, they got that
Yeah, but stay with
nasty,
the eyes wide open, please.
yeah, that nasty accident. It was not fun
Unnecessary.
to watch. But anyway,
So, Pleonasmo has his answer. Matthew 2016.
okay.
So the last shall be the first, and the first the last. For many be called, but few chosen.
Thank you, Plenajum. Thank you.
Come on, how confusing is that? What is he trying to say there? Come on.
Actually, it's not him. It's whoever wrote this or came up with this idea. Brilliant
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. I mean, Matthew. What Matthew is saying
Oh,
here.
Matthew. Yeah, Matthew is the crazy dude. Anyway,
Each time I think about Matthew,
man, I'm very worried. Shocker.
with what Matthew?
No, couldn't care less about Matthew, man. Really
Just
worried
picture
with.
this: Matthew Owen.
That's an easy joke, man. Um,
Too easy. But
Latifi
yes, you were worried
16th
with what? Sorry.
with Latifi 16th, not exactly with Latifi, but with Williams. Okay, and we can talk about that obviously, but let me say Matthew did not write it. So the hell wrote. If it is under Matthew, it was Matthew. Come on.
Well, I
Is
don't
that
want
even
to
a
go into
question?
religion, but I believe that they would say it was some sort of divine inspiration. So he kind of, they got the word from higher power, and then they just took note of it,
So he
wrote it
wrote
down.
it. So he wrote it.
Yeah. So he was the he was he was the hand writing it, but there was a divine inspiration
Shaka, who,
somehow. I
who
don't know.
grabbed the pen or the feather, whatever you want to call it.
Well, back then I'm not sure if it was a feather.
That's not the point, Shaka.
Okay, sorry.
Right? The point is who grabbed the
The
pen,
instruments
okay, the
to
instruments,
write down.
and wrote that.
Too many questions, man. Let's talk about Formula One, shall we? Let's focus on this, please.
No, I want to clear this up because Pleonasmo is saying Matthew did not write it. So why is it under Matthew 2016 if it was not him writing?
So
It's a simple
upgrade.
question. It's a simple question.
I don't know, man. Just Google it.
You're not helping. Yeah, Google. Yes.
I don't want to help. I don't want to help. I want to talk about F1.
All right. Then
You were
Nicola
worried
Latifi.
about who was it? Vettel and Kimi?
No, I don't care about that. But I'll talk
Latifi
about
then.
my worries and concerns. Latifi 16th, again, deep pockets. Giovinazzi 14th. Did this race and that was it. Nothing else to show here. Kimi before the accident or the
Just a quick
yes.
update on news. So apparently, Alfa Romeo or Romeo, whatever you want to call it, they have an issue with warming up the tires, meaning that on their latest lap, qualifying lap, they just did one run, and second run was the qualifying lap itself. When
Okay.
before that they were doing two installation laps, getting those tires really warmed up, and then go on the third lap, go for it full beans.
Very
Which
well.
they didn't. They didn't do that, so that's why they were lower in terms of qualifying, and then race pace. I don't know.
Is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But actually, Giovinazzi was 14th, but before the last lap he was 16th because Kimi was in front of him, Vettel was in front of him. Okay, so basically he ended up 14th just by pure chance, pure luck. Okay, so that was it. Now, Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin, 13th. Aston Martin. I don't know what happened there because in the beginning, Lance Stroll did an amazing start.
Well,
he went into
their
top
strategy.
10.
Yeah, I think the problem was with strategy. If I was any of these other teams, such as Aston Martin, the Alphas, all four of them, not to mention Williams and Haas, I would have gone for a 2-stop or a 3-stop even, because that would give them more fighting chance. They could race harder,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
take the life out of the some of the tires,
Tires, yeah.
and they would still end up with decent rubber
Hmm.
at the latter stage of the race.
True.
But I know Stroll, he did only one stop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So that kind of hindered his race,
true,
because at the end of the race he had no tires, no
true.
boots, nothing.
I want to talk about the 12th place of Tsunoda. What the hell was that?
Okay. I
What
mean,
the hell, man?
sorry.
This guy is, I know, trying his best to just get fired.
Yeah, okay. In that sense, yeah, I agree. I mean, he had a conversation
He can have the
with
conversation he wants, but come on, what the hell, man?
yeah, but with Helmut Marko, and basically what Helmut told him was, "Come on, man, you need to quiet down, keep it calm, keep it together, but keep it.
Yeah,
Do not waste it." And Tsunoda, he just seems to be continuously overdoing it
yeah,
at any stage,
yeah,
regardless if it's practice, if it's
yeah,
qualifying.
yeah.
I mean, he's a good driver. Don't get me wrong. He's a
He
good
is.
driver.
He is. But
He
what
has the
happened this
talent.
weekend, Sharka? What happened this weekend? Or actually, yesterday. Um, he just crossed the white line when he was entering the pits. First time. Okay, that can happen. All
Yeah,
right. It's a
exactly.
mistake. Okay, it
So,
happens once. All right. But then he did it again. Come on.
yes,
What the hell?
yes. What the hell,
Didn't
really?
the engineer like inform him that, oh, you got a penalty because you crossed the white line. You cannot touch the white line. Remember that.
I
Okay.
actually, I still want to review a fourth time the race and I want to check. I want to pay really good attention to those two moments in the race
Hmm.
where, well, the first was a mistake, honest mistake. That's fine.
It
Can
happens.
happen to anyone. Yeah, but the
Despite,
second time,
despite it was a mistake. Despite he should know that he cannot touch the white line.
exactly,
Okay.
especially if he's going onto the pits, he needs to stay committed
Yeah.
onto the left. Oh, sorry, onto the right,
Yeah.
and that's it. Uh, Actually, the white line is there to avoid people mingling with each other if you're going onto the pits.
Yeah.
So yeah, in any case, perhaps the engineer didn't warn him, but he should know
You should
that.
know,
Come
man.
on,
It's
you
rule
should
number
know
one.
better.
Yeah, Pleonasmo said something that I was not expecting at all. Okay, 99% of the things Pleonasmo writes here, I kind
I
of
just saw it
expect,
now.
but this one I was not expecting. So send him back to Japan by UPS. He actually can fit like inside of a
A very small box, right?
yeah something, right? Like anyway. So yeah, Tsunoda again just ruined his race.
Yeah.
He started what eighth or seventh because Vettel got the penalty.
Yeah.
So I think he was seventh. So yeah, he just got everything, just screwed up his race. Anyway, now let's talk.
Yes. What did you remember?
No, we need to talk about 11th and
I
10th.
know. Exactly that.
So
So,
going back to what I was saying before,
mhm,
I'm concerned with Williams. And why
in
is
what
that?
way? For
Uh,
giving false hope,
no, not that.
raising expectations too high.
Not that.
I'm
And
running out of motives here. Come on, you gotta help me. Throw me a bone here.
your tires. No, because if George Russell goes away and signs contract with a different team, whoever that is, okay,
Hmm.
Mercedes or whoever, I don't care. What will happen to Williams? Because Latifi is always fighting with the Haas,
Hmm.
right? With the Haas drivers. Uh, George Russell is the one that is able to get that car into Q2, into Q3 now. Is the one that is fighting for points
Yeah,
lately, at least in the last two races.
providing or at least attempts shots at points for Williams. Yes.
But you know what I'm saying? What will happen to Williams if Russell goes away?
Well, they will get Bottas. Bottas.
Come on, man. It's very hard to imagine the
To
future for
swallow.
Williams. No, for the future for Williams, like without George Russell.
Well,
I hope I hope they have a competitive car next year. Well, I always hope this, obviously, but
well, I'm gonna give you my point of view on this one because with the Williams family out of the equation, I think in the future, the new management will start looking for drivers with experience. For the time being, they are like a phoenix trying to, just resurrect from the dead, basically. And they will be taking up as many paid drivers as they can because they need the money to make efforts in order to develop a good car. And as soon as they start having this consistent points finishing car, I hope, I mean, as a director at Williams or as a manager or, I don't know, team principal, I would start looking and considering drivers with experience in order
to
to,
develop the car.
okay, develop the car and also to be a little bit further up ahead in the timetables.
But you know what's important to achieve that?
Well, it's
It's to
important money.
is to at least score 1 point.
Yeah,
Because if you score 1 point, you receive millions from the FIA prize.
exactly.
You just need to score 1 point. That's that's what I'm waiting for. Not because of the millions, because I will get none. But but yes, man, I want
But
Williams
do you
to.
remember the last guy who scored points for Sauber back in the day when they were scraping the bottom?
No, was it?
Brazilian guy. Do you remember Nazar?
Oh, yeah, Philippe Nasr.
I mean, the guy did an astonishing work. He finally got that 1 or 2 points for the team,
Yeah,
and then at the end of the season, the guy just got sacked.
true, true. He did his
So
job. So thank you for the point. See ya.
thank you for the point, thank you for the money, but bye bye.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's ambiguous to say the least. Obviously, this won't happen with George, I think, because he's the one wanting out to a better team.
Of course, and I understand that. But what if Williams has an amazing car for next year?
So
Or a
what?
good car? Okay, let's keep it real.
Well,
A good car.
we
It's not.
still
It's
don't
not keep
know.
it real. It's not keep it real because next year everything will change, right? So it can
Yeah,
happen.
it can
It can
happen.
happen. They can go back to the top. This is me dreaming. You see?
But imagine this. I'm sure that
Mm,
Mercedes won't have a worse car than Williams has at the moment. So even if the Williams is really good next year, the Mercs won't be as bad as the Williams is this year.
hmm.
So, and even if George Russell moves on to Mercedes to replace Bottas,
Yeah,
I think he will still be in a better position than he is at the
I
moment.
think
Even
so.
if Williams has a good car.
I think so. I think so. There is no doubt about that. But this whole conversation started because I'm really concerned with
Yeah, we
Williams at
kind
the
of
moment,
digress here.
and well, I have to talk about what happened to me
Oh, my
in
kid is
qualifying.
watching us.
And during qualifying, towards the end of Q2, when we confirmed that Russell just was able to go to Q3,
Hmm.
it's like a tear here. My eyes were like, it's not possible.
Well,
It
I mean,
was very emotional, I have to say. Uh,
heartbreaking.
but then, and then I was watching the race start and the restart from Russell's car. Um, and again, he did what he always does, man. It just fails the starts. I don't know what happens there.
No, he actually talked about the racing start because he got squeezed and he lost a couple positions there.
I don't know if
Um,
he got squeezed, but then he was complaining to the team over the radio about the rear, but he was losing the rear all the time. So I don't know
mhm.
if it was something about the tires that were not at the right temperature or whatever. Okay, but
There were mechanical issues with his car that the mechanics were trying to fix
yes, yes,
really up before the race.
he said that in the
Yeah,
radio. That's why probably he lost, man, 4 places. Like he was
yeah.
eighth when he started in the by the end of lap 2 or 3. After the restart, he was already 12th or 13th. I don't know. So it was frustrating, but then all of a sudden he was fighting with Alonso for that point, right?
Yes,
That
the
10th
last one.
position, and
Excuse me.
I really like Alonso. Okay,
You were torn apart.
I have to be honest. I was rooting for Williams,
Can I sing you not no, what's her face?
Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah, that one.
Torn. I'm a lot of
Uh,
faith.
yeah, something like
I'm already
that.
torn.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, so yes, I was rooting for Williams, obviously. Okay, but at the same time, I really like Alonso. Okay, and the job that he's been doing at Alpine, because the
Hmm.
truth is that for the last 4 races, he ended up in the points. Okay, so yes, let's see how it goes from here.
Hmm.
But I don't know. It got to a point that I was go Alonso. No, no, no! Stop, stop! Don't use the brakes now. No, don't overtake. No, Russell, go, Russell, go. you know. So I was like mixed feelings. But in
I
the
can
end,
imagine.
I have to tell you that as soon as they crossed the finish line, I was sad again. Just like Russell said in the interview, post-race interview,
So
that what?
you were like having some baby blues.
Yeah. No, Russell said
I'm
so.
happy for Alonso, but Russell, Alonso, Russell.
Yeah, something like that. But yes, I
Yeah,
was, I was like Russell, and Russell said, so close yet so far. Okay, and
exactly
it was
that,
exactly
exactly
that. It
that.
was 3 laps to the end. He could have scored 1 point, and man, I would
True that,
throw a party.
true that.
But yes, it was sad in a way. I
But it
was
was good. I really enjoyed the fighting
No,
between the two of
it
them.
was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Not only that one, but the other one between Norris and Hamilton. I also like that. And Hamilton said something very interesting over the radio, so it was really cool. Now,
What you have to
pleonasmo.
like about Alonso, he won the race. He won the race in 2013. We're really rooting for him.
Yeah, that's it. Facts and against
Yeah,
facts. There's nothing that
but
you
but
can
yeah.
say.
So we were talking about P11 and P10. Good
P11,
fight
P10,
there.
very good fight.
Uh,
Gasly, uh,
Nine.
it was a bit of a disappointment there, Gasly.
Hmm.
I was expecting a bit more from the AlphaTauri and Gasly himself as well.
Yeah,
So it's
it
just,
was a backwards race
yeah,
for Gasly.
true, true.
Uh,
Um,
but if you come to think about it, I don't actually blame him, um, because he did a very good job. And if you go and watch his race, it was very good. But everyone around him was just so much better.
yes,
And especially, I gotta hand it to Ferrari, because they nailed it with the
definitely,
strategy. I don't
definitely,
want to jump the gun here, but this goes on. It seems like an excuse for Gasly, but it's not. It's actually the truth. It's facts. They did a good job, but everyone else around just did a better job.
better job. Yes, definitely, definitely. And let's talk about Ferrari. So Leclerc eighth, Sainz in fifth. It was an amazing
An
uh,
amazing
team
job by
effort.
them both, yes.
Yeah, team effort and teamwork, basically, because there was a point at the race that Sainz was stuck behind Leclerc.
Hmm.
Sainz had the better tires, and so the team just decided, okay, just
Yeah.
Leclerc, let Sainz go through, and he did, and he was able to finish fifth. So it was an amazing teamwork. Okay, so to those that don't believe that there is a team behind a driver, this is the answer. Okay, so Ferrari did an amazing teamwork. So now
Yes.
I'm expecting
Uh,
something now.
I'm just going to add something, which is,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, both Francisco and Tomás, they are strong Ferrari supporters,
Okay.
and I know one of them is a strong supporter of Alonso as well.
Very well. He has a good taste. Yes. But yeah, Ferrari did an amazing job here, teamwork, and they were able to score some valuable points, taking into
Yes, yes,
consideration that Ferrari's fight is with McLaren, right,
true.
for the third place in the constructors championship, and McLaren they were well fighting for the top with Norris, but we'll get to that. Pleonasm, great racing team this weekend, Ferrari. Anyway, not going down there. And then, very good surprise for you, Shaka.
Yes, indeed.
And this one
Oh
I was
my
not
God.
expecting.
Me neither. To be honest, me neither. And it was good. It was a good race. He had, at one point, he was conducting this train
Let me just
of,
refocus here. So we're talking about Daniel Ricciardo,
yes,
McLaren, ended
exactly.
up in seventh. Yes.
Exactly. So this P7 has a good sweet taste, because he managed to stay ahead of the Ferraris, and obviously McLaren is fighting head to head
Yeah.
McLaren is fighting head to head with Ferraris.
Yeah.
So both McLaren staying ahead of the Ferraris is good for McLaren,
Of course.
obviously. And yeah, it was a good race. I mean, I could not expect any more. Perhaps one or two
Hmm.
if we compare it directly with Lando, but not making that comparison, at least staying ahead of the Ferraris, it's a plus, a huge plus.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm really happy with the P7 for Daniel.
Definitely. And it was actually good for McLaren. But did you notice the first turn one, at the start? Do you know? Do you
I did,
remember
but I
what
don't
happened?
remember it. No.
So Ricardo went wide, and he was
Mm-hmm.
able to overtake some cars. Okay,
Okay.
at the start, which put him like quite ahead in the pack, and that's something that Alonso was
Talking
uh,
about.
saying in the radio, not only in the radio but
Yeah, I remember that.
in the press conference, not press conference, but the interviews that they do
Yeah.
afterwards. He was saying that. Well, if they are doing it, if they're going wide and they just take the advantage of going wide to overtake some of the cars and not be so back in the pack, so probably I'll just start doing it the same as they are doing. So yeah, Alonso was not happy at all
Yeah.
with what happened there.
So that's how he jumped the gun. Well, not the gun, but leapfrogged a couple places.
Apparently so.
Wow.
And
I have to go and watch it again.
but there's no
Come
problem
on.
with that. He did after an amazing race after that, so that's
Because
fine.
if that's true, this means that he lacks some race pace still.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's sad. That's
That is true.
sad.
Then we have Perez in sixth. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Actually,
mhm.
I thought Perez was fifth.
He was handed those two penalties, so
No,
it
but
ended up.
the first penalty,
It was served.
it was served in the first pit stop. The second penalty was 5 seconds, but
Yeah.
the last time I checked, it was 9 seconds ahead of Sainz. So probably something happened here, because apparently he ended up sixth, and this
Well,
is
I
from
haven't.
the FIA.
Let me check the race. Yeah, I'm checking the website as well.
Hmm. Shaka,
Where
check the website.
I'm gonna check the website.
I think you should check the website.
I think that I should check the website.
But which website?
The
That one.
first, I'm checking the most accurate factual website of them all, which is our Instagram, which is,
F1 this and that.
there you go. So not. I want to see the full race. There you go, full race. And let's ride with Checo with
Towards the end.
his on board. Checo is number what? 11th. 11. So let's see. Move on to. Okay, almost at the end.
I have it here. So yeah, I thought probably I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Sainz had the better tires. Perez not. Perez was with old tires towards the end. And then probably that was it. Last time I checked, because they were focused in the fight with between Russell and Alonso towards the end, and then the fight with Vettel and Kimi, right? So probably that
So
was
Perez was fifth up until lap 70.
no, it was 50. He ended up fifth, but because of the penalty, all right,
He
5
went
seconds
down.
penalty, he went down to sixth because probably Sainz just was able to stay ahead by 7/10 of a second. So probably that was it, definitely. Check if Sainz ended up or Perez ended up like on top of Sainz. If he didn't, that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm checking now.
If Perez is not on top of Sainz, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Is that a yes or no?
Maybe because they are doing just the replay.
In the meantime, Pleonasmo, Alonso was not happy. This is a first. Well, he was not happy because the drivers just went wide to overtake, and it's just
Well,
not that fair, right?
Well, we need to check how much was the time penalty because Sainz
It
at
was
the end of the race is at 9 seconds and a half.
ah,
9.5 from
it was
Perez.
just a 5 seconds penalty.
If it was just a 5 second penalty, then well,
He should
Perez
have
would
ended
be in
the
the
fifth.
clear. Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
in any case,
This is
I'm
the
assuming.
FIA final results, the official results from the FIA, so I would assume this is correct. Okay. Now, Sainz in fifth. We already spoke about Sainz. Let's talk about the 7 times world champion, Lewis Hamilton, that had an amazing fight with Lando Norris. Then,
Yeah.
after overtaking Lando Norris, he said in the radio, it was very nice from him to say that. Okay, what a great driver Lando is. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was really nice to acknowledge that. Okay, this kid has a brilliant future in front of him, and he does. There's no doubt about that. But then all of a sudden, I think it was on lap 29 or something before just speeding that Lewis just almost destroyed his car, basically, and that some issues in the
When he
in his
on
car.
turn one.
Yeah, turn one.
Yeah, true. Well, he went over the sleeping policeman, and
Yeah,
that yellow, huge yellow sausage curb
yeah,
just destroyed whatever elements on the rear end. If I'm not mistaken, it was on
yeah.
the left
The left one. Yeah,
wheel. So those elements apparently they are very powerful, and they kind of destroy the car and
it's
Hamilton's race as well. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, he was losing pace, but it was right before he went into the pits,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So it was just unlucky of him. Anyway, that was it. Hamilton fourth, Lando Norris third. An amazing race from Lando Norris. That penalty just robbed the second place, literally.
Could be.
No,
I've
because
been
he was in
thinking about that.
no, because he was in front of Bottas, okay, for
Hmm.
like a good margin, right? So if
Hmm.
it wasn't for that penalty, you would go to the pits, just change tires, and that was it. Because
Yeah.
Bottas was able to overtake Lando in the pits.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
pitted the same time at the same time.
But I wonder, would have Bottas? I mean, could he overtake Lando with just sheer race pace?
Shocker. Hamilton
Could have,
took what, like 10 laps to overtake Lando?
but Hamilton was limping, so
No, no, he was not when when he overtook Lando. Was not
okay. But he was able to reach Lando and overtake him. Yeah, it took him, I don't know
10
how
laps. So
many.
if Hamilton took 10 laps to overtake Lando, Bottas would need like 2 years.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
Your point, you're making absolute,
sense.
leaving no
Yes.
room, absolutely no room for me to counter that. So I'll just go
Pleonasmo,
along.
pleonasmo. Hamilton is trying to stop Russell joining the team, so he praises Lando. The problem, pleonasmo, is that Lando Norris already signed a multi-year deal contract with McLaren,
Yes, yes,
so he's not going anywhere. So
soon.
the 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 second driver for Mercedes is still open.
Yeah, pretty much open.
Yeah,
You can try to apply for it, Cleo, if you want to.
go for it. I would love
Yes.
to see that. Anyway, Lando Norris third place, an amazing race. Okay, I think he deserved the second place, but in any
Yeah.
case, he did an amazing race. Bottas second. We've been bad mouthing Bottas since minute 2 or something, and now we have to say something good about him, right?
Yes. What can I say?
That was it. And then Max. Then Max first and won the race. An
Yes,
amazing race for Max, the Grand Slam, right?
exactly.
No, we're being bad to Bottas. Bottas did a very good race. Okay, he pushed as hard as he could. He was able to be there. Actually, Mercedes had the second driver to help. All right, not like the Red Bulls. So in the end, Bottas was there to capitalize. In this case, the Hamilton's mistake. Let's put it that way. Did I sound convincing?
You did very
Okay,
much convincing.
good.
Yes,
I don't
my
know if you.
clapping is exactly for that.
I don't know if you have anything to say regarding Bottas. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Max Verstappen won the race, as I said, Grand Slam. What can we say about the I was going to say the amazing race he did, but it was just a good race for him. He
Well,
just he had to protect himself from Norris in the start.
exactly.
That's what he did, and that was it.
I'm going to say exactly the same thing for both Max and Bottas because even though Bottas was in the mix with Hamilton and Lando and etc. and all that,
Yeah,
but both their races were very straightforward. They just had to do their job, keep going as fast as they could,
exactly.
and that's it. So I don't want to take any merit
No.
from Bottas and from Max because
Hmm.
it's difficult. I mean, especially if you are in the front of the race, you know that okay, I cannot screw this one up.
Yeah,
So the pressure builds up, and you need to be good at managing that. And I think that they did a brilliant job at doing that. So
they did.
this is my huge positive. But other than that,
Did you hear
and
the? Sorry. Did you hear the
yeah,
race communication between Max and the team after the second pit stop? Do you
no,
remember?
no, I remember listening, but I don't remember what it was.
The engineer said, so we just noticed that on the rear left
Mhm.
tire there was a cut.
Yeah, cut true.
So I was just going to think if he didn't pit for new tires, what could have happened?
Yeah.
So the luck is with the
Well, in this case, it wasn't luck. It was just well spotted, and Red Bull did it good in, just
no, but
acting.
they didn't know about that. They just found out about that cut in the tire after
Oh, afterwards.
the changing the
Okay.
tires. Okay, so that's
Okay.
why
So
I'm
they
saying
did.
they were really lucky.
So that was divine intervention.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, because I thought that they had spotted it on the telemetry.
No,
What?
because they can only spot that if the sensors that they have around the car, the 500 zillion sensors that they have around
Zillion.
the car, yes, would spot like the pressure going down or something with the
Yeah.
tire. But that was not the case. But that was it. I don't know what you're going to say regarding Max.
No, I was just saying that it was just all about
Yeah,
managing everything,
in the end,
upkeeping.
yes, yes. Um, all with that power unit in the back.
Hmm.
Okay, and we have to praise again Honda because they delivered, and we can see the real and huge advantage that they have at the moment
Yeah.
if we compare it to the Mercs and Ferrari and whoever.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did a very good job. Now, Shocker, regarding the classification, anything else you'd like to add?
No, just looking forward for the next one.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, in our Instagram,
Hmm.
do you know the Instagram?
Our Instagram, yes, it's F1 this and that.
Okay,
F1 underscore this underscore and underscore that.
that's it. Now, we had some surveys going on there. Okay, some polls,
Hmm.
and I was just going to check the outcome of the polls. So let's see how it stands. First of all, how much did we miss the F1 fans in the stands?
By a
Shaka.
lot.
The answer is
A
well.
lot.
Yeah, let me just check here. So, can I see this? So yes, can you guess the percentage? The
I would
options were a lot
uh,
or no difference.
a lot.
A lot, 100%.
Exactly.
Okay, it was amazing to see the crowd there.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I understand it was Max's supporters, okay, or as Lando said, they are orange, so they are supporting me, okay.
Exactly.
But yes, it was amazing to see that wave, that crowd, that enthusiasm, all that. It was really really nice to see, or see it again. Now, the other poll we had here was which fight was more entertaining. All right. Uh, was it Norris versus Hamilton or Alonso versus Russell?
Of course, Norris, Hamilton, I would say.
Yeah.
But uh, but I think Alonso was more spectacular because they were really going for it, and one was limping, so didn't put. It's a tough call now that I come to think about it. I'd say Alonso and Russell.
But it's not. It's Norris versus Hamilton, but pretty close. 55% for Norris Hamilton and 45% for Alonso versus Russell, George Russell. Okay, so it was really close. And then, do you agree with the driver of the day?
Totally.
Driver of the day was Lando Norris,
And it was because I voted for him.
so 77% said obviously, or voted obviously, and 23% voted meh. Okay, and I'm thinking about
Who
Daniel.
other contenders
No, I could
were
say
there?
Daniel Ricciardo.
Eh.
I think George Russell just because he was almost getting into the points, but then again he just didn't. So yeah, but yeah, Lando, of course, I think in my view, he deserved to be the driver of the day, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, and then quite interesting this poll here. Do you prefer the Ferrari with the Michelin now sponsorship or not? The sponsor, the logo, or
I
not?
was I was commenting that with my kid when we were watching the race together, and obviously without.
Without 73% of our followers in Instagram that voted for without, okay, without the logo, and 27% voted with the logo. Okay, so I think it's a good call there.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, now what else can we talk about this race? I think that is it. Pleonasmo, ask Alonso about Honda. Alonso was boring. that's it. Alonso, if he needs to talk about Honda, he will, okay, and he will probably say that Honda is doing an amazing job because
Reasons.
that's what's happening. That's it. Alonso was boring. Actually, the fight between Russell and Alonso was quite interesting. Alonso
Yeah.
was all over the place. It was really, man, it was. I could when I was I don't know if you were watching that fight, but I was just I went to the past when he
Mm-hmm.
was fighting for positions as well, but
Mm-hmm.
when Alonso was really fighting for the win or whatever, all the moves are still there. Okay, they are exactly the same moves as before, trying to attack, going wide to then cut the corner. So yeah, all the moves are there, and it was really nice to see. And very nice what Alonso said in the end, and what he did as well. Did you see that? Shaka.
Oh, I thought you were asking to Pleo.
No, please, no, please. I'll
Because I
say
was waiting for his comment on your comment.
yes.
Um, but yeah, sorry, you were asking me what he
No,
said at the end.
what he said at the end, he said
Press
some.
conference.
Yeah, he said that he was kind of upset that he had to fight for that point with Russell,
Yeah,
and he felt really not bad, but
they had to take it away from him.
yeah, taking away that point from Russell. So yeah, he was really upset with that situation because it was George Russell. And in the end, when they stopped the cars in the Parc Fermé, he just got out of the car and went
To
to meet
apologize to.
to yeah, not apologize, but well, just say
Yeah,
well, unlucky or something like that. But it was really nice to see that between the two. So yeah, I think Alonso is a huge fan of George Russell. He actually swapped helmets with Russell, and on his
hmm
helmet he wrote something like "to the future world champion, F1 world champion." So yeah, I think it's nice from Alonso in the end.
yeah, it was a
Cool.
good gesture.
Yeah, it was. Leonardo, with Alonso, you have to go to the past. The moves are there only in slow motion.
But also the comments from Russell on that they were really with praise, and basically Russell was saying that this was his first proper F1 fight, even though he's in Formula One for 3 years now.
Yeah,
But this was his first Formula One
it was
battle,
amazing. It was amazing,
and what an awesome battle to be in with Alonso.
especially with Alonso, man.
Exactly.
That guy is hard to beat. In a good car, obviously, but yes, he was able to fight almost till the end. He didn't manage because of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Leonardo just wrote, "Whoa! If Russell has Alonso's helmet, he'll need a barn to keep it on display." No comments there. Anyway, regarding the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull Racing ahead with 286 points. Because of Perez, they just were able to add 4 points to the leads, okay? Because
Hmm
Perez was sixth in the end. The Mercs, 242 points. McLaren, in the fight with Ferrari, they were able to also score a couple more points. In this case, 141 points against Ferrari, the 122 points. We're talking about a 19 points difference.
Yes, true.
AlphaTauri down below, so 48 pounds. Aston Martin didn't score.
Sorry, I gotta stop you there.
What? What
Can,
happened?
can you repeat the AlphaTauri scoring?
48 points?
Pounds, that's what you said.
No, I said points.
Yeah, you go watch it.
I will. I will. What's the minute? I think I said
I don't
points.
know.
I'll
Yeah,
check
yeah.
it out.
It was
Probably I did.
1
1
hour
hour 12 minutes.
12, yeah, a little bit
Okay.
before that.
I'll check the pounds.
48 pounds.
48 pounds. Are you
That's
sure?
that's how much they worth.
But we can do something different here, right?
Yeah, but we're not gonna keep people waiting. Come on,
No,
tell us.
no, we're not. 48,
Yes.
48 pounds. I say pounds, man. Points. Points, of course. It's points.
Yes.
For
Okay, let's look for
AlphaTauri,
pounds as in weighing pounds. Okay, so Aston Martin comes sixth with 44
Yeah, you do that
points.
because I'm going to listen out to this.
Yes. And then in P7 for the constructors, we have Alpine with 32, and then comes Alfa Romeo with 2 points, and then Williams with nil at the moment, and Haas with 0 points as well. So you've listened to it. So what was it?
I said pounds, man. I can't believe I said pounds.
That's what I said.
Harry, the 122 points. We're talking about a 19 points difference.
Yes, true.
AlphaTauri down below, so 48 pounds. Aston Martin didn't score.
Sorry, I gotta stop you there.
What?
That was funny.
48 pounds is good.
Yeah.
48 pounds. That's good.
All right. That's nice. 48 pounds.
Yeah. Um,
So yeah, that
Where were you?
closes the table. Well, I just
oh, you
finished.
already closed the table. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
already closed the table. So that's how the constructors are. See, it's difficult.
Driver standings. Let's go. Driver standings.
Driver standings. Okay, let's do them really quick.
Quick. Max Verstappen,
drivers.
182 points. Lewis Hamilton, 150, so 32 points difference. So Max Verstappen is allowed, let's put it that way, to
Skip a race.
skip a race, yes, or not finish a race, and he will still be in the lead. Then Perez, 104 points. Norris, 101. Bottas, 92. Leclerc, 62. Sainz, 60. And so on and so on and so on. Okay? This is it regarding the standings. Anything else?
This was,
Shaka?
no, it's fine. Top 10. Just a quick thing. You want to talk about techie stuff?
No, I want to talk before going there. I
Okay,
want to talk
okay.
about our predictions.
Oh.
Yeah, you wanted to skip that. Yes, I can
No,
see
no,
why.
actually
no,
I
no, I can see why.
And I'm very happy that
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna open my file.
So I have here all the
I still haven't named the file. I still have it as book 1.
book one. It is okay, and it will be like
Book
that
one.
until the end. Don't worry.
So predictions. What were yours?
Mine. It was.
Max?
God damn it, Perez. So it was
Perez.
Max,
Yes.
Max, Perez, Lando. Yay!
Lando.
Oh, Hamilton fourth. I said Hamilton fourth,
Milton.
and Bottas fifth. God damn it!
Bottas.
Oh man, I scored
So
several
you scored.
points.
Who did the fastest lap?
Max.
Was it Max?
So 26.
26. Then second Nil.
No.
Lando
18.
did
15.
15. Okay.
And Hamilton. How much is the third place?
Is it 15 or 12?
No, third place is 15. Come on. Are you trying to steal something from me?
I am. Okay, so Hamilton fourth. This is the one with 12.
Uh-huh.
Was Hamilton fourth? I don't remember. We just
Of
talked
course he
about
was. You're trying to steal that from me, yes?
I have selective memory. I mean, I have a deficit.
So I can confirm Max Verstappen 26 points, then Bottas second 18, Lando Norris 15, Hamilton 12, Sainz 10 points.
Okay, no one went for science.
Nope.
So I remember I have said that Max.
You said
then
Max.
I think I said. Yeah,
you said
go ahead.
Lando.
Said Lando. Damn it, Lando.
You said then
One job, man. You had one job.
Hamilton P3.
Hamilton. Damn it.
Perez P4.
Doesn't matter because.
And Bottas P5.
Okay, so I got 26. That's it.
And that was it. Yes. And then Raquel.
No, I got.
What?
I said Lando second.
Yeah, you said Max, Lando, Hamilton, Perez, and Bottas. So you missed.
Crap.
Okay. Then Raquel, we have here Max, Lando, Hamilton, Perez, and Gasly. So she just got Max right.
Yeah, she did the same as I did.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then we have Pleonasmo. What did he write? Let me see. I have to scroll. Pleonasmo, where are you? Where is Pleonasmo? Pleonasmo, where are you?
Yes, no.
I'm just
As
trying.
as you are scrolling, I'm gonna tell you straight away how many points each of us have. So at the moment, you just leaped onto the front of our championship
It's normal.
with 247 points, and I'm trailing you behind with 245 points. So it's only a difference of £2.
2 pounds.
It's a
Yeah.
2 pound difference.
I can find Pleonasmo's bet.
So he said Verstappen, Bottas, Lando, Hamilton, and Sainz,
Sure.
I think.
Nice. Nice. No, he didn't. He didn't say that. Anyway, I'll find it.
You'll find it. As you search for it, I'm
Uh-huh.
just going to say, I'm going to give just a heads up to all our viewers because
Yes, just talk to our viewers.
the fight is on, and despite this upper hand that Red Bull is having at the moment, and clearly that rocket ship kind of engine that they have or power unit that they have on the back of that car, it's delivering as promised on track, which is where we want to see it. But nonetheless, there
Okay,
was this.
Shaka, I just found out.
Okay.
So Pleonasmo said, so it's all coded, but that's fine. MNPHB. So it was, I assume, Max,
Yes.
Norris, Perez, Hamilton, and Bottas.
Nice. Perez and Bottas. So
No,
he got 26 points then.
Max. Yeah,
Max.
only Max. And then we have here our other viewer and follower.
Mm-hmm.
That is Paulo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he said Max, Lewis, Perez, Bottas, and Gasly. So I won this weekend.
So yeah, you did.
So round of applause to me.
Yeah, clap, 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 clap,
Yay!
clap.
Yes,
So you got this one rigged, right?
yes.
So it's your fault, all those penalties and etc.
Yeah, I just called the stewards. Look, you need to penalty these guys. Give a
Yeah.
penalty to these guys. Okay, and that was it. Good. I had Hamilton as well. No, Hamilton. Hamilton. What did you write on Hamilton?
Hamilton finished fourth, right?
He said, yeah, finished fourth, but where is this?
Careful, you might have one L for Lando or one L for Lewis.
No, actually, yeah. He said Max, Norris, Perez, Hamilton, and Bottas. So Hamilton fourth, yes. Hamilton fourth.
Is it? Where is it? Okay, okay.
In any case, I won Pleonasmo. I got 3 rights. You only got 2. So, thank you. Round of applause for me.
So it's results. So this was Max, but yeah.
That was it. Yes.
Yes.
No doubt about that. That's it.
38 for Clio. So yes, as I was talking,
Yes.
circling back to the developments that we have been having on F1, there was this conundrum where Toto Wolff was saying that no, we won't be introducing any more upgrades until the end of the season. But then James Allison, the chief engineer, came to say that yes, we are going to develop the W12 further, and we will be introducing massive updates by the Belgium Grand Prix, apparently.
So after the summer break.
Sort of, yes. So, yes. I still see Mercedes trying to get back at Red Bull.
Of course they will.
Which I hope so. It's good for the sport. It's good for the viewers. So yeah, keep an eye on that because
Of
I'm
course they
assuming
will.
it will happen.
Of course they will. There's no doubt about that. Um, interesting thing for the next Grand Prix. As we've mentioned before, it will be the British Grand Prix on the weekends of the 16th of July, right? 16th, 17th, and 18th. Again, it will be the first time that we will watch a sprint race in Formula One. Okay, on Saturday. The qualifying will be on Friday, the 16th at 6 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
GMT. So
But
Greenwich.
we will do a video on that with further and more in-depth details about that.
Yes,
Right, Alex?
of course. What I wanted to say regarding that is it will be the first time that we will be able to see the car for next year
Mm-hmm.
on the track,
Yeah.
because they will be able to.
They'll be running a showdown.
Exactly. So I'm really interested to see that as
Yeah.
well. Uh,
And the next Grand Prix also will bring us the sprint race. So many new things. But you said just that? Sorry.
yeah, I said it like 30 seconds ago.
Sorry, my bad.
Uh,
So see, I'm corroborating what you're saying.
very
So
well, and very well. Very well. I'm very happy that you are listening to what I'm saying.
I am.
No, but that's
I
it.
am not.
So we are looking forward for this next race. How are points distributed? Pleonasmo is asking. As simple as, okay, you got Max and Hamilton right, so you got the 26 points that Max Verstappen won.
No, I think he's asking in general the classification, like the scoring. It's
Oh, for
scored
the sprint
from
races?
no. For the normal points. So it goes down. The top 10 are the ones who are scored, meaning that first position will get 25 points, second will get 18, third will get 15, fourth will get 12, and then from fifth down to 10th, they will get 10 points minus 2 each time you go down one step. So fifth 10, then sixth 8, then 6, then
Seventh,
4,
6 points.
and then 2, and then 1.
Yeah.
And
Fastest
then you
lap.
are exactly you are
Fastest lap.
awarded 1 point if you manage to do the fastest lap. If you are in the top 10, you are awarded 1 point.
Of course, he was asking about sprint races. Sprint races. The sprint race, the top three, so the ones to get into the podium, are the ones that will get points, and it will be 3, 2, and 1 points.
Yeah.
Sprint races is to bring more.
Uncertainty.
Yes, for the race. Basically, shall we explain this, Shaka?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
So this new format is like this. It works like this. On Friday, they will have in the morning, not in the morning actually, it will be at the beginning of the afternoon, the practice one. Okay. No, there's no chance for Russell because it's only the top three that is scoring in the sprint races. But anyway, let me explain. So the sprint races weekends, okay? So next weekends, next Grand Prix weekends. Practice one at 2 p.m. On a Friday, and then at 6 p.m. you have the qualifying, the normal qualifying. That qualifying will dictate the order that the cars will start for this in the sprint race. Okay, then Saturday morning practice 2. Saturday afternoon you have the sprint race. Okay, and then the order of the sprint race that you finish in the sprint race will be the order that you'll start the race on Sunday. Okay, so let's imagine Hamilton first, Verstappen second, Bottas third, and so on. They end up like this in the sprint race. They will start the race on Sunday exactly by those on those positions. Okay.
Well said.
Did it make
Clap,
sense?
clap, 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 clap. Yeah, it did.
Okay. So regarding points, as I said again, the sprint race is only the top three. So first, second, and third will get a point. Okay. In this case, it will be 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. And then for the normal race on Sunday, everything works as normal.
Yep.
Cool. Not
I
cool?
think we are.
Yeah? All right. More
Cool are
things.
we?
Techie stuff. You wanted to talk about techie stuff?
Techie stuff. No, basically, I just wanted to. We started talking about that already. The one thing that it's interesting, this is no longer techie, but interesting to say or to mention is that both Verstappen, Christian Horner, who is the Red Bull team
Oh,
principal,
Christian Horner.
yeah, they all kind of defended that Norris penalty was unfair.
Okay, Shaka, do you want to know my opinion on that?
Yeah, exactly. Political.
Bullshit.
No, it's Red Bull. It's not bullshit.
It's bullshit because come on, if it was last year,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and the position it was in last year, you wouldn't say that for sure.
The thing here is, what Christian Horner is saying between the lines is that he's sticking up for his man because he got two penalties with Leclerc. So if he defends Norris, which was the first one, well, he's sticking up for his man basically,
Actually, now that I think about that,
and it's political.
no, it goes back to what I was saying before. Norris ended up thirds because, in my view, because of that 5 second penalty.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that, Bottas and the Mercedes would be thirds and fourth.
Mm-hmm.
So less points for the Mercs. So
Political. There you go.
there you go. Yeah, probably because of that. Okay, not because it was fair or not, because in the
No,
end,
and I'm sure if the stewards didn't award Norris a penalty, they wouldn't award also Checo with those two. Well, perhaps the second one, yes, but not the first one.
it's a shame that we didn't listen to any radio communications between the team and Michael Massey. Because
Well,
probably it was Christian Horner after the incident saying that, oh, you should give a penalty to Norris. And in the end, well, it
No,
was
yeah,
not fair.
but actually, Michael Massey is very happy that the
Yeah,
channel is now open because there's less communication going between the
exactly,
teams and
exactly,
him. So, yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, okay. What else would you like to talk about?
I
Oh,
think that's it.
I have to say something very important, and
Hmm.
that's a video that we will need to do uh, the next couple of days. It has to do with what, Shaka?
Does it have to do with Bernie Eccleston? Because I mean, Bernie has all the commercial rights for any documentary about Ayrton Senna, and apparently they are doing something with that. I thought you were going to say. I thought you
I
were going to
have
talk
no
about that.
idea what you're talking about.
No, okay. So Bernie Eccleston apparently the when Ayrton died,
He's still alive.
who
Bernie.
Ayrton? Yes,
Bernie.
very much so, very much so, and
Not even
alive and
COVID.
kicking.
Not even COVID gets that guy, man.
True.
I have nothing against the man. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
he saved
But
Formula One several times.
true. But yeah, it's exactly that. So he has the rights for any documentary going out based on talking about Ayrton Senna.
Hmm.
Apparently, he's doing something with the rights that he has, and in the future, apparently, we are going to see some sort of documentary about Ayrton Senna.
Another one.
Another one. I mean, Bernie needs money, so there you go.
Does he need money? Are you sure?
I'm sure that he doesn't, but I'm sure that he thinks that he does. So
Yeah.
in the end, yeah, he does.
No, actually, I was not going to talk about that.
No,
Okay,
so
but
what were you?
we can obviously talk about it. No, but I was talking about something very important, Chocolate, that is going to happen in the next couple of weeks.
The 16th?
Yes.
That yes,
Come on.
indeed. I don't want to steal your spotlight. Go for it.
No,
Go for
no,
it.
no. Probably know more about this than I do. Which I'm just talking about the new game, F1
Exactly, exactly.
2021.
No, there's. I mean, several people have laid their hands on the actual game itself, not the final version, obviously, but people have been playing it already all over the internet and sharing videos because Codemasters have allowed people to do that. and it's looking promising. I mean, until we actually have it on our side and we do our first video and testing and see how it feels, especially in terms of driving and how realistic it is, because each year it's getting better and better.
Hmm.
Um, excuse me. So yeah, we are looking forward for it, but for the time being, we're just full beans waiting for the 16th, which is in 11 days time. And yeah, let's wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, just looking for that. Blue Najm was mentioning something here regarding Bernie Ecclestone. Isn't Bernie in the Hugh Hefner mansion? Um, uh,
Might be the same class of people.
yes. No, actually, was a father last year. Okay, he was 89 years old, and the wife Fabiana Flozzi, 44 years old. It's love, obviously.
Clearly.
Um, yes, and they just have had a son. Okay, last year. So I was checking here about that Hugh Hefner and
And
Bernie
Bernie
Ecclestone. I think they're neighbors or something. They're
could
neighbors
be.
now. Yes, think so. But
I,
anyway,
I, I cannot. Man, I'm not gonna go there. Just
what?
let's move along. No, 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 no.
What?
Don't do that. Yes, talking about other news. This weekend also we had Formula W on the same track
Mm-hmm,
as
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Formula One.
Yes.
And Cauldron, she still leads the championship. She won the
Formula
race
W. What
there.
is Formula W?
It's Formula Women. Not being sexist or anything, but they actually have a formula of their own where they can compete and also they can ascend to Formula One. And by ascend, I mean that the cars that they run, it's a lower spec, the same as Formula 2 and Formula 3,
Yeah.
because these are specs, like junior specs, to prepare people to go on to Formula 1. So, and yeah, and Calderon, she's taking it to the spotlight once
Mm-hmm.
again. She's a
Definitely.
good driver. She's a very good driver.
Yeah, definitely. Um, More things.
That's it for me, I think.
Yeah.
I guess
Montoya,
we'll see.
Juan Pablo Montoya was very critical to the penalties to Norris and Perez.
Of course he
And
was.
coming from Montoya, we understand that because he was one of those drivers that I used to when
Yeah,
he was in
hard
Formula
racing.
One. Yeah, he was one of the kinds. Yes, and I remember I cannot forget that he was just a rookie and he just overtook Michael Schumacher, the almighty Michael Schumacher in the almighty Ferrari in
Hmm.
Brazil from the outside, and it was like, what? Everybody was, what?
Yeah,
No, this guy, come on. So yes, those penalties, I think they need to double check the penalty situation because, man, let him race. Come on, this is Formula One. Let
yeah,
him race. Okay.
exactly.
Anyway, Plunajmi is calling you a sexist. Okay, just so you know. And
Why me?
I was expecting this, to be honest.
Why me? I just mentioned something. Am I?
No, I have I well, I'm not going to say anything. Just
So you don't want to cross the line or risk saying something.
no, not at this time of the of the evening. No, but yes, it was a good race overall. All right, just going back to the purpose of this chat, it was a good race overall. Good fights. That's what we would like to see. Actually, we'd like to see fights up in the front for
Yeah,
first place, as we've been having this year a lot.
yeah,
Okay, and that's what we like. That's what we want in Formula One. So I think that's the way to go. Hopefully, the Mercs will bring something or an upgrade, something for the British GP, knowing that it is Lewis Hamilton's race. Okay, let's call it that. Um, I'm saying Lewis Hamilton because it could be also George Russell's or Lando Norris as well, right?
yeah.
But I'm saying Lewis Hamilton because, come on, he's a world champion, and I believe the Brits like him a lot
Yeah.
because of that. So um, let's see
Just
what
a
the
quick,
Mercs
quick
have in
thing
their
on that
pack.
prediction. Do you remember at the beginning when we started the channel, because it was at the beginning of the season, and we said that we would expect to see the Mercs fighting with the Ferrari, sorry, the McLaren fighting with the Ferraris for P3 in the constructors. But at the moment, I actually, if Mercedes they don't bring any upgrades at all, I I will see the Mercs and McLarens clashing a little bit more than usual, and the Bulls just be left alone up in the front.
Probably, yes, yes. I
Well,
have
the
no doubt.
Ferraris are playing catch up at the moment, so
Yeah, but Ferrari, I don't think that they will evolve
much
much
more.
more. No, Ferrari they can do these funny things here and there, but I think that's it. I don't think that they will be able to do something much more interesting because in the meantime, Ricardo is.
I hope they can, because the more the merrier.
No, of course, and we are hoping Aston Martin to join in the fight, Alpine as well. But that's the thing. This is a very special year, okay, very special season, because again the teams are not investing in this year's car, right? So
Yeah,
they don't want to spend much money in this year's car. Unless imagine that the Mercs will bring an update to the cars and do an upgrade that
sure.
will get the fight to the Red Bulls. Okay,
Hmm.
then yes, probably the Red Bull would have to invest something there as well. But I don't see that happening, to be honest. I think this year's will be Red Bull's year. Okay, and Max will become champion. That's what I foresee. So I don't know if I'm right or not, but I think that's
How
what's
old
going
is
to happen.
Max at the moment?
I think he's 22 or 23, right?
If he's 22, regardless, 22, he's going to be the youngest world champion, Formula One world champion for sure this year.
That's what he's
Um,
23,
uh,
and he'll be 34, 20, 24, 34, 24 in September by the end of September.
so he might still take it away because I think the youngest is Hamilton still, right?
No, I'm
No.
gonna tell you who is the youngest F1 driver world champion.
So after Hamilton, we had no one else. So I think it's him.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm thinking.
So youngest F1 race driver to win to as a rookie. Okay, it was Verstappen, 17 years and 166
Okay.
days, 2015 Australia.
Okay.
And then youngest
Championship.
F1 pole position, it was Vettel, 21 years and 72 days in the Italian Grand Prix. And then race winner Max Verstappen, 18 years and 228 days in Spain. Uh, Podium sitter Max Verstappen, the Spanish
Yeah,
GP
yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
well.
Championship. We want the championship.
Oh, let me just make it last. Youngest F1 point scorer, Max Verstappen, again in Malaysia, 17 years. Youngest F1 world champion. Do you want this or not?
Yeah. No, I don't. Actually, let's end the video right here, right now. Let's go home.
It was Sebastian Vettel, 23 years and 134 days in
I forgot
2010.
Vettel, of course. He had 4 runs
Yeah.
with Red Bull.
And then
Yes.
Hamilton, 23 years, 300 days in
Yeah.
2008.
So
Then
Vettel is the youngest
then
championship.
Alonso, 24 years and 59 days in 205, 2005.
So yeah, Vettel.
It's Vettel, so I don't think he will be able to.
23 years old and how many days?
No, it will be Vettel still in the end. It was Vettel 23 years, 134 days. Max will become 24 years in on the 30th of September. So we will be probably the
Okay.
fourth. It will be the
Yeah.
fourth
Yeah.
youngest F1
Yeah.
world champion.
Oh, I'm sure as long as he's champion, he won't mind his age.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that. Couldn't care less about that,
Yes.
obviously. But that's it. Okay,
Peaners for him.
Peaners. Yeah. All right,
So,
Shaka, anything else?
that's it for me.
Yeah.
I
What are
hope
the
you
next
guys
steps?
enjoyed. What are what?
Next steps for us.
Next steps for us. Obviously, as usual, we will be deploying some material here on the channel. The next live will be the
Thursday.
preview. Sorry?
It will be Thursday, yes,
Yeah,
the
it's going to
15th.
be, yeah. Not this Thursday, but the next one. And it's going to be the preview for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone.
Yeah.
And that's it.
We'll try to do the sprint race live here in the channel. We are still trying to double check if we can do that or not. But yeah, we will try to do it. And that's it. And then after that on Monday as normal, and we'll go from there.
True that.
Yes. All right.
And
in the
on
meantime,
that note,
yeah. In the meantime, we'll just release some content as well, and we're talking about the videos. The next ones will be about the game F1 2021. We will do one about something else that I don't remember now.
that's very.
Actually, we had a follower suggesting something. Yeah. Let me just go on the Instagram. Do you know the Instagram?
What Instagram? What you mean Instagram?
Our Instagram, F1 this and that Instagram.
Wow, we have an Instagram?
Yes. So
awesome.
Our follower just said, not sure if this any time of the year with no F1 races. So the answer is yes, in August, unfortunately. But if there is, maybe you can do a YouTube thingy on Sterling Moss. Just saw Top Gear episode on him and found it was really interesting. So also that Lotus with no safety belts, etc. So we could do something about around this, right?
Yeah,
historic drivers. Talk a little bit about each one.
Yeah.
All right. Could. So in the end, guys, hope you've liked this. Write in the comments what you'd like us to talk about, okay, or comment or whatever.
Feedback in general.
Feedback in general.
General.
But yeah, that's it. We are open to suggestions, okay? So let us know, and follow us on Instagram, F1 this and that. Follow us here on the YouTube channel, okay? What else? Twitter. We also have Twitter. We have Facebook. Do you know? Facebook, F1 this and that. More things. And that's it. Just comment.
Remember to like if you like it.
Yeah, like if you like
Subscribe.
it. If you don't like, if you don't like, just like anyway.
You can dislike if you want to, if you didn't like the content. Obviously, we give people a free choice, but we will go up to your house and we'll beat the crap out of you. I'm joking. No, seriously, we will. So, guys, see you next time. Have a good one.
Yes, ta-da. You too. Okay. Oh! Stop! Stop everything. What about hugs?
Oh, hugs. Yes, indeed, hugs.
Come on.
What about hugs?
So you start.
You came up with the you came up with the idea. You start. You have clearly something on your mind, and I still need to think about my hugs.
No, I don't. Let me think. Hugs.
Do not. Yes, hugs. So.
First of all, and before we go there, I want to show you something, Shaka. Are you ready?
No, because I just read "sexy" from the Pleo comment, and then you want to show me something, and I'm scared and worried. I'm sweating already.
Okay, so let me show you something. Are you ready?
I am.
I think you'll become very emotional. Oh. Oh man, I'm trying my best.
I know.
Ah.
No, you need to put it a little bit more closer to your face.
Oh, okay, like this. Okay. This is the most beautiful car ever in the world. So what's this, you ask, Shaka?
Look at that logo, that sponsorship on the right corner below. Sega.
What's this, Shaka?
You know? That was our Portuguese magazine for the Grand.
Oh man, it's white.
Grand
The
Prix.
problem is, oh, it's here.
Yeah,
The
that's
Portuguese
pretty.
GP in 1993. This season, this was an awesome track.
Closer to your face. Closer to your face, it will be better. Yeah, there you
Just
go.
like that.
Yeah. Hey.
Eu gostei daqui do anúncio. I like
The commercial
the Fiat Tipo.
publicity.
And then you have here the schedule for the Grand
Mhm.
Prix. Oh God. Okay, and it was the 24th of September, Friday. Free practice from 9:30 to 11. Then from 1 to 2, it was I don't know, the official training. Then again, oh man, so many trainings, so many free practice. The warm up, remember the warm up, half an hour on
Yes.
Sunday. So yes, 24th, 25th of September 1993. Sega, the game.
Wow. I remember all that.
So you had the drivers here. Okay, so Damon Hill, Alan Prost.
There was this contest with Mega Drive here in Portugal, and I had to go, and I dragged my father all the way to the South Bank to play in this tournament. And one of the games was Sonic 3. The other one was this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome.
So, Pleonasm, this one is for you. There was driving for Tyrrell, a guy called Ukio Katayama. Do you remember the guy? Ukio
Yeah.
Katayama? No, you can't. Michael Andretti, the partner of Ayrton Senna. Oh, another one. Pleonasmo, Aguri Suzuki,
Yeah.
driving for Footwork. Here,
Aguri.
Aguri Suzuki. This is amazing, man. This is amazing. Pedro Lamy in the Lotus. Johnny Herbert as well. Man.
What was it? Was it Lotus Peugeot?
I can tell
Was
because
it?
it has the
brand.
specs here. Team Lotus chassis 107B, Goodyear tires, much better than Pirelli. The engine Ford HB V8.
Okay.
V8. Oh my god. Yeah.
The music.
Yeah.
So my hugs then will have to go. Olha, why not? Lamy.
JJ Leto.
No, Lamy mesmo.
Oh.
It goes to Lamy. Obviously, he's one of our viewers and followers. He's very active with us, actually. So yeah, big hug to him. And a great bem-aja.
Pedro Lamy, yes, one of the Portuguese drivers to be in the World Championship with the Lotus. He actually scored a point in his last race, I think, in Australia. 1 point when the scoring was up to 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, so he was able to scoop up a point.
Now, I was joking, but I'm going to tell you a sad story, which is, I don't know why, but yet he still doesn't follow us, Pedro Lamy, but he does follow my wife on Instagram. So
okay. Right.
I need to have a conversation with him.
Just follow your wife?
Yes. I need to have some sort of battle, wheel-to-wheel conversations with the guy.
You should. But yes.
Yeah, but my hug goes to him.
Pedro Lamy. Okay.
Pedro Lamy.
What about me?
You haven't done yours?
No, because I was showing you this magazine. Come on.
Yeah.
I thought you would forget about it.
You look like my daughter trying to engonate.
I'm engonating. That's for
Stalling when I tell her to go to bed.
Okay, so my hugs. My hugs. We'll go to all the it's EA Sports guys, the ones that are developing the game.
Yeah. Well, Codemasters got bought was something by EA. So yeah,
anyway,
you can send it to Codemasters and EA.
To all the guys that are developing the game, that we will have in our hands, in our possession, by the end of next week. Okay.
Yeah.
So a huge thank you to all of them, because yes, that's what we've been waiting for the last year or so, and looking forward for it. So thank you guys,
Very
Eggs,
much. Yeah.
and keep updating that.
And apologies that we weren't able to take their invitation to do the
Yeah,
Portuguese commentary.
sorry.
But there's a conflict in our schedules, so the other guy will have to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's sad but true.
Yeah, true.
Guys, anything else?
No, just
All right.
see you next time. Ta-da.
Hugs. See you, man.
See ya.